Oh, hey, what's going on? Comment in the chat courtesy of Allie Bear, who writes the following. Raptors win, so I'm guessing we're getting the I told you so Sid to start the show. His position was clear all week. I told you so. Quesadillas for everyone except Azzo. Slurp on the way. I did tell you so.
It's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio where you can even watch back. Giving players all the props or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk facts.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
Play it on the car ride, play it when you lounge. X and O, you know that we can hold it down. Shout out to my man Sammy, got it off the ground. And to all the listeners tuned in right now. Got debates, analysis, and speculation. This is sports talk for the new generation. You know where to find us, got a reputation. Sick podcast, your #1 sports destination.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
S-I-C-K is the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio where you can even watch back. Giving players all the props or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk back. S-I-C-K. 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 S-I-C-K.
All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
You are now listening to The Sid Seixeiro Show. Powered by Sick Media, the sickest Toronto sports show. Now, here's your host, Sid.
What's up? It's Sid. Good to see you. We are live on YouTube. We are live on X. We are live on Facebook daily, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Great to see you. For everyone listening on the pod, going about your day, we appreciate you. Thank you. Hit like and subscribe and all the things. You know how to support what it is we are doing here. It is, again, Friday the 24th. There's a lot to get to here. I know a lot of sports fans in the city of Toronto had some anxiety last night watching the Raptor game. You know, things looked a little hairy for most of it. It's actually a really good game. Like, let's say that first and foremost. Excellent ball game. But my anxiety started a little earlier in the day. And Alan writes in and asks the following. Sid, how was the dentist appointment yesterday? I went to a new dentist. Goes one of two ways. Good experience, not so good experience. This was a good experience.
Wow.
Great staff, very friendly, full of information, prompt. Everyone was on time. That's a big one with me. Everyone was ready when they said they were going to be ready. So long story short, I've had this issue bottom left of my mouth forever. I have a molar on the top that's a little bigger than it should be, and it's messing with one of my fillings. Every time I do this thing called eating, it's for years, it chips away at a filling, and every 3 or 4 years, I have to get this filling repaired. So the new dentist I went to says, I got an idea. Maybe using some of those Keith Pelly analytics. We're going to look at this differently. We're going to repair the filling and shave down the tooth a little bit on the top. Maybe you don't have to deal with this again. I'm in. Now, when I'm doing this, I'm not sure. I procrastinate when I have to actually book the appointment to the dentist. But it's a new way of looking at things. A brand new way of looking at things. Kind of like how a lot of people are looking at the Raptors this morning. Raptors used to be kind of like a pulling teeth experience. But it feels different today. That feeling throughout the city of Toronto today is something that has not been here for a long time. There is some excitement with this team. Now, I know there are some Raptor fans out there who are like, wow, Sid, they finished 5th in the East, and they did. You didn't beat a team of consequence the entire season. There was no reason to get jacked. There was a nice little winning streak early after a 1-4 start. Nice winning streak early. Then it was lose to the good, beat the bad. Tough to get momentum in a city with that. It's very difficult. Very difficult. But last night, I think everyone's looking at the team through a different lens. Just a little bit. And before we dive into the sound here, and we got a lot of it, as the Raptors prepare for Game 4 of their series, Sunday afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern. They're down 2-1 in the series. Anyone in Toronto, the Gardner is closed this weekend. Good luck getting down there if you're not in the city. That's going to be a chore. Lower Bowl will be thin to start that game. That's my prediction for the start of that basketball game. But the one thing that really stuck out before we get into all the sound, and honestly, this is going to be a fairly positive discussion about the Raptors. But there are a couple things I want to get out there first. First thing, I didn't pull any Darko Rajakovic clips last night because in the third quarter, I was furious with Darko Rajakovic. Furious. Scotty Barnes is pulled from that game with about 9 minutes to go in the third quarter, and he is on absolute fire. Why? Why are we leaving so many players in the game with 3 fouls in the first half? Why? Why is Colin Murray-Boyles not starting the fourth quarter? Why? That changed quickly. But why? Just some questions. Just questions I have. Maybe you have them as well. The other thing is between Brandon Ingram and Jakob Poeltl during that fourth quarter run last night, that's $60 million on the bench. And it's the best the Raptors have looked all season against a good team. Think about that for a second. Now, big picture, I think that should worry people. I think that should worry people. Jakob Poeltl's new deal does not kick in until 2027, 28. Yep, you heard me right. Thanks, Masai. And thanks, Bobby. The new deal doesn't kick in until then. The best the Raptors have looked against a good team this year, essentially, was with their asses nailed to the seats. Azzo and I will talk about what to do about that as the show progresses, because I think that poses some wild decisions for Darko. And based on what I saw yesterday, decision-making isn't his strong suit. Stumbled upon a rotation that worked. Thank God he stuck with it. Well, they brought Ingram back in eventually. I don't think they had to. Whatever. But Jakob Poeltl and Brandon Ingram right now are borderline not playable in the biggest games of your season. Biggest games of your season. I didn't hate Ingram's defensive game last night. I didn't. It was just, I really didn't like when he, how do I put this, had the ball. Brandon Ingram right now is dribbling a basketball like he's done it for 3 times in his life. Am I the only one picking up on that? He can barely, like he's falling constantly. He's off balance constantly. I don't know. He's the one that looks like he has vertigo. I'm serious. He looks clumsy out there, Brandon Ingram. Clumsy. And I don't know how you straighten that out. It's just, it feels like this isn't for him, the postseason. It really feels like it's not for him. But I'm going to leave all that to the side for now. Because what the Raptors did when they finally found their rotation that worked in Barnes, Jameson Battle, CMB, RJ, and Jamal Shed, they found a group that does everything kind of solidly. It's a hell of a thing in basketball when you find that. It's like on those old rom-coms where someone falls in love with their best friend. You were there the entire time. That's what that rotation was. Now watch Darko not go to that once on Sunday afternoon because that's kind of how he rolls. Again, I don't have a lot of faith in Darko after some of the lineup decisions I saw last night, but I digress. Those 5 turned it around and kicked Cleveland's ass in the fourth quarter. It wasn't close. What do you do with that rotation? How often do you go to it going forward? We'll talk about it as the show progresses. I know you have thoughts. But I can't be the only one watching Brandon Ingram going, are you okay, bro? Like he looks like every time he dribbles, he's about to turn it over. What the hell's going on with this guy? $40 million a year. We'll get back to that. I shake that off now because it's positivity time. Some guys played pretty damn well last night for the Toronto Raptors in a big, big spot. And as we talked about here on this show, I wasn't throwing dirt on them. I know a lot of people were in this market. I wasn't. And I'm usually like the first dirt thrower. And I'm not doing that. Now, they still got to win that game Sunday. Don't get me wrong. Raptors are still down 2-1 in this series. You give up home court and you go back to Cleveland where you're like 0-9 lifetime in the postseason. I got news for you. You're probably done. But let's start at the beginning yesterday with some good old-fashioned shoot-around sound. And for those of you who aren't familiar with me, I'm from Mississauga, Ontario originally. Shout out the 905. There's a lot of 905, but that's my 905. Mississauga. Saga? And RJ Barrett is from Mississauga, Ontario. RJ Barrett, high draft pick out of Duke for the New York Knicks. Had some decent years there, didn't quite work out, now a Raptor. The one thing RJ hasn't done, RJ's been in the Olympics, RJ's done some big-time things. Like, think about it. Not many athletes can say they've repped their country in the Olympic Games, played at MSG consistently, played at Duke. Like, RJ's already had a decent career. I know there are holes in the game sometimes. I realize. But not a lot of people can say they have that resume. It's pretty good. But yesterday was big for RJ. Duke, MSG, Olympics, with all due respect, it ain't Scotiabank in the playoffs. It's not home. Last night was home for RJ Barrett. And in the morning, after the shoot-around, Jamal Shed spoke. I'm not sure who else, but RJ Barrett spoke to the media. And we all remember when we were kids, when you had a thing the next day and you couldn't sleep because you were so damn excited about the thing the next day. Whether it was, you knew it was a snow day, you didn't have to go into school. It was the last day of school. birthday party at your best friend's place. I don't care what it was. You knew a massive street hockey game was going to break out when that still happened in this country. You couldn't sleep, or you had trouble sleeping. Christmas Eve, you know what I'm talking about. We were all kids once. The internet's ruined it for everyone, but we were all kids once. And RJ speaking about last night's game yesterday morning had that same little kid energy. And he could not contain his excitement.
Crazy in there tonight. The atmosphere is going to be nuts. I'm excited. I had trouble sleeping. I was so excited. But this would be a great opportunity for us to play hard in front of our fans and get a good win. We're down 2 games. You get one tonight, and it's a series.
O'Toole in the chat says, overall, RJ has had a better career than Zion and John Morant. That is one of the more accurate things anyone has sent into this show in the brief 2.5-month history of it. We don't think of RJ like that, do we? We do not. Let's put some more respect on his name. Best defensive player in the league? Probably not. Biggest guy in the league at his position? Probably not. But he's done some things, RJ. And he's a Raptor. And he likes being a Raptor. So RJ Barrett, as you heard, was kind of excited about that crowd. And the one thing about Scotiabank Arena this year that has made me sad is how unloud it has been. Because really, if you beat the Brooklyn Nets, it's not getting that loud at Scotiabank. When you keep losing to the Knicks, it's not going to get that loud at Scotiabank. When the Leafs play any hockey, it's not going to get that loud at Scotiabank. It only gets loud during Fan Appreciation Day. That's probably the loudest it got for the Leafs, according to Max Domi. But in terms of Scotiabank, when it's really going, like really, really going, it's been far and few between this season, for obvious reasons. RJ mentioned it's going to get nuts tonight, referencing last night, and it was towards the end. When you go on a run that they made in the fourth quarter, Scotiabank felt very familiar from a basketball sense. Very familiar. And I pull these clips because we haven't heard this all year in that building. I'm hoping it's not the last time. You never know with an afternoon start on a Sunday in Toronto, how teams are going to come out, how the crowd's going to be. You just don't know. But on a Thursday night, it was a hot crowd. It was. So I put together a few plays here. This is from the Amazon Prime broadcast. And I have professed my love for Matt Devlin and Alvin Williams and Jack Armstrong many times on air. I love the job they do. But it just so happened the clips I pulled were not from Sportsnet last night. It was from Amazon Prime. Brent Barry was doing the color analysis. And a guy that I don't know a ton of Toronto fans are familiar with, who's been hired by Prime to call games, was on the mic in Toronto, named Michael Grady. And Grady kind of cut his teeth doing a lot of things, including Minnesota Timberwolves TV. He's really good. Like, Michael Grady is a very good play-by-play guy. I haven't heard him a ton. The few times I've heard him this year, he's excellent. So the calls you're going to hear are from Michael Grady and the Amazon Prime crew last night, who were in Toronto. But it's the crowd I want you to kind of soak in here. I haven't heard this all year at Scotiabank. So I put the Jameson Battle 3, one of the 4 he hit last night in this. I heard the chant of defense. You know a Scotiabank Raptors crowd is hot when the defense chant is as loud as anything. So I put that in here as well, and I closed it with the RJ Barrett corner 3 late. RJ said it's going to be crazy tonight in this building. He was right. Listen to this.
We have it taken away by Battle. Battle! Boom! Barnes, outside, Sid, Barrett, 3-ball, corner pocket. Timeout.
Yep. Scotiabank Arena's alive and well. It has a pulse. Someone brought out the defibrillator. The Leafs tried to kill it this season and almost succeeded. Nope. It has not flatlined. There's a heart rate and a pulse on Scotiabank Arena. Thank you, Scotty Barnes, Jameson Battle, CMB, RJ Barrett, and Jamal Shed. Thank you. Flippin' A in the chat. Yep, defense chant, pardon me, is a litmus test in that building. If they're not chanting defense loudly, the crowd's not into it. We know this. So the Raptors win. An outstanding performance, and especially in the fourth quarter. It was tight throughout. There were like 10 to 15 lead changes. I forget what the number was. 126-104 the final. Raptors play Sunday afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern against the Cavs. They're going to have a hell of an audience there. I know the Jays are right up against them. I know what I'm watching to start. And after the game, RJ Barrett, who had a career-high 33 points, what a night RJ had. He has been the emotional leader of this team since game one. There haven't been many, if any, aside from RJ. But RJ has filled the void from whatever Brandon Ingram has become. And quite frankly, Scotty needs to be better too. He was better last night, energy and emotion-wise. You need even more from him from an emotion standpoint. I think it's in there. I do. Because the Raptors team, as you saw last night, will respond to that kind of leadership. RJ Barrett put in one of the most important performances I've seen in years from that team, and not just on the score sheet. It was all of it. So RJ, after the game, spoke to the media, and I don't know who this person is who asked the question. I have to be honest with you. I heard some really dumbass questions from that room last night. Really dumbass questions. But this question to lead off is not one of them. It was such a good question, I forgot how it was phrased. You'll know it when you hear it. Hit it.
Did tonight feel like your team stopped reacting to Cleveland and started dictating?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think it started with the first quarter. I think we started out good and really brought the fight to them. The energy from the crowd was really huge for us tonight too. Tough, resilient group. We're going to fight. I think those first two games, Cleveland, for a young team, a team that has a lot of players with no, playoff experience. I think a night like tonight was good to give us some confidence and just show that, we're here, we're in this series. That when we play like how we did today, everybody together, everybody playing hard, locked in on the game plan, we can make some noise.
Jeremy Burke in the chat writes, yeah, but Ingram was employee of the month, guys.
That's good. That's very good.
In reference to Darko's, Ingram was player of the week recently and everyone was kissing him, whatever that meant. Look, how did the question come off again off the front? Did you guys stop reacting and start dictating? Is that basically what the gentleman said? That's one of the best questions I've heard in that room in a while. And there's some good reporters in that room. It was a big performance from RJ. Big performance from RJ. And for a Mississauga kid to do that in a building that he was in numerous times as a kid with his dad, Rowan, and his mom, that was something to watch. And listen, I don't want to gloss over the Scotty Barnes 33. That was huge from Scotty. That was huge. But it felt a little different from RJ. He said yesterday morning, didn't get a lot of sleep last night with this game on the horizon. I got to be honest with you right now. I think the Cavs aren't going to get a ton of sleep over the next 2 nights thinking about what this is now. Because that box score for Cleveland is a foreign look to me. No one had 20 points. For a team that looks like that on paper, that's weird. That's weird. You have a Hall of Famer in Harden, Donovan Mitchell. Evan Mobley can score. Max Strus basically looks like Scottie Pippen. And like Sam Merrill can shoot. Like they got guys who can to not have one guy with 20 points last night for Cleveland. Kenny Atkinson has some things to figure out here. And for the record, just so we're clear, same kind of Cavs team that mailed in games against Indiana last year. Now, they were more banged up a year ago, I understand. But I am not convinced that laissez-faire Cavs mentality is gone. And this team is facing pressure. I'll repeat what I said in the lead up to this series. This is the biggest payroll in the NBA. That's code for ownership wants to win now. Donovan Mitchell's going to be a free agent soon. They got to make a decision on him. Are the Cavs in on Giannis? I don't know. We'll find out. They're an ambitious franchise. They know what star power can do. They know full well what star power can do. So I think RJ Barrett had a good night's sleep last night. I don't think the Cavs did. Because it wasn't just one guy leading the way for the Raptors. I saw numerous people on that court. We'll go through them all here in a second. I saw numerous people on that court who said, give me the ball. Your $20 million center and $40 million top scorer weren't those people, but other people were. And short term, I don't think it's a problem for the Raptors. Who cares? I'm not here for Brandon Ingram's feelings. I'm not here for Jakob Poeltl's feelings. Just send him to acupuncture and tell him to figure it out. This is the playoffs. The city of Toronto. We won an NBA title here not that long ago. This is not a daycare. If Darko has found his 5, I'm not saying they start necessarily, but that is your crutch immediately. That is your hit stick on the joystick. That is what you go to. Those 5. Barnes, Battle, CMB, Barrett, Shed. Perfect role for Shed. Just don't turn it over. Play some good defense. Perfect role for Shed. Not a ton of pressure. That's a great 5 for him. I think you stumbled into some things last night. I really believe that. Both the Raptors did, and in terms of Cleveland's insecurity. Do not come out slow Sunday. Keep that going. You keep that going. No one will sulk more than James Harden if things aren't going his way. No one. Make sure it's a good start. If you want to do the same blueprint, I'm down with it. Close. Kick their ass. I'm fine with it. TV networks love it too. It's good TV. Raptors haven't gone anywhere here. The only thing that could stop the Raptors Sunday potentially is the Gardner Expressway. The rest of it, all lanes are open. Go get it. I don't see the Celtics across from you. I don't see the Knicks. I don't see the Spurs, Nuggets, or OKC. Get them. Get them. Now. They're freaked out. Get them. RJ's going to try. Barnes is going to try. CMB is going to try. Again, Battle, was that one good night? I'm not sure. But Jamal Shed's going to try. Certain guys are going to try. Get them. The city is slowly getting behind you again. There's a pulse here. Don't have a dud Sunday. It would be a shame. It would lead to a sleepless night. Jeff has a party. Good afternoon.
Well, good afternoon, Sid.
Did you-
Man, your voice sounds nice tonight. You should do movies or something. Some people in the chat brought it up how Darko complimented a guy in his voice.
So let's give
yesterday,
the context. I was going to. It was such a weird clip.
It was
from
very
Darko.
weird. It was very
so
weird.
someone asks a question clearly not from the Raptors' normal media corps, and Darko goes, "Man, you have a great voice, man."
He did have a sultry voice.
It was okay. Relax. Come on. It was a great voice.
Oh,
You just won your first ever playoff game as an NBA coach. Hey, buddy, you have. I like your face. What are we doing? Get out of here.
He's in a good mood. He's sharing the compliments, passing it forward. Come on. Darko shares the love.
Jeremy in the chat. Darko loved ASMR. Darko ASMR would be the funniest.
It would
ASMR.
be very funny. It's true. It is true.
They just made more shots, and it's a make or miss league. They made more shots.
But
Just
hey, there's some
whisper all
truth
the
to that,
Darkos.
man. I told you, shooting's key. It's so like basic to say in the NBA, but them draining those threes, but also being aggressive. Like RJ going into the paint opens up the threes, and when they're hitting the threes, like that was the most cohesion on offense I've seen on this team all season.
You do have to listen, shooting 60% from three
Yeah,
will help any team.
makes it look
No
really
question
good.
about it. But it is amazing. The one thing I continuously think about from last night that gives me reason to smile about the Raptors is if you give them a morsel of that momentum, look out.
Yeah.
There are elements of their team that will feed off that like they're at a buffet. And I love it.
Right.
I love it.
Well, you can yeah.
Go ahead.
You can tell when this team's playing with confidence, when they're feeling each other and they're feeling it together. Like they were totally last night, but there's so many games, especially when they're playing a top team, where they just like kind of crumble and nobody's with confidence and they're turning the ball over, like what happened in game 2.
Right.
Like the confidence with this team is so key.
That's massive. Marco in the chat, why is Azzo always late for work?
Yeah. I don't get invited in. I buzz. Nobody's ever answering me. And how dare you say you don't know if Jameson Battle, the X factor against Cleveland, could do this?
We'll get to Battle here momentarily.
I know. But okay, I did want to shout out Darko because the other thing
ahead.
I thought he trusted his players with is Harden wasn't having a great night. And frankly, I'm not sure how much he's done in this series, but he continually double teams them. And then by the end, like yesterday in the second half, he pulled the double team off and just trusted his guys to play one-on-one. And they were all working hard on defense and looked great.
Now, in Darko's defense, he still remembers Clippers Harden.
No, I agree.
Who torched the Raptors in Scotiabank earlier this season to the point where it got embarrassing for Darko. Like he couldn't figure out his defense at all. But listen, if you're telling me old, slightly fat James Harden beats you, then that's how he beats you.
Right.
Then that's how Cleveland beats
Force
you.
him to.
Donovan Mitchell going off, I don't want to see it.
Well, or Struss, like you said.
Max Strus.
Strus. Yeah. Like when you double team Harden, I think that's when Strus was going off the most.
That man, I hate when that guy gets going.
Yeah.
Because he shouldn't be going like that.
Yeah. So to your point, Strus is a guy like scared.
Like Max Strus looks like he works on his hair as much as his jumper.
It's true.
Guys like that bother me.
I know.
They bother me a great deal. Sean of the Yukon writes, confidence is a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
I agree.
And it doesn't know, but you're 100% right. The one thing that scared me about Darko is like, you're right. He did manage to play CMB more, battle more over guys like Pirtle and BI. But then like after the game, you hear him say every game's different. So you have to see. No, like you said, I think you found 5 guys that are working together. Stay with it.
I'm sure the analytics sites are out there and it's not a difficult thing to find. I am fascinated to see how many minutes that 5 plays Sunday afternoon. You cannot ignore that. That was rebounding. That was penetration. That was threes. That was defense. That was actual transition.
Right.
Because Ingram, that clumsy guy, was out there.
Preach. I know.
Like,
and that breaks my heart because I keep thinking we're gonna see an Ingram game. We're gonna see an Ingram game where he takes over and is the leading scorer by a lot and leads them. But like you're right, he just looks like he hasn't played basketball for a while. Maybe sitting on it wasn't the right thing for him to do because it's in his head now.
I was shocked at how he looked at times last night. Shocked how Brandon Ingram looked. Dr. Max in the chat. Sid, you're just jealous of Strus's hair. Yep.
Yeah,
I am.
I am too.
I am. I'm hanging on. I got some. Not as much as I used to.
But it's funny. We don't compare notes before the game, but Barrett, I had the same thing. I had a veteran leadership yesterday or a cultural leader. Like he was a cultural leader yesterday.
Yes.
Like, what did you call him? Like you had a different word for it, but it's the same thing. The way he came out, the way he leads his team.
Emotional.
And again,
I think he's their emotional leader.
Yeah.
I think Scotty Barnes also has to fill that void.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what? Can I say about Scotty? I've always questioned when I hear people say franchise player, this and that, because I haven't really seen it from him. Last night might be the best game I've ever seen from him on all facets. I thought he did do it well, especially offensively.
From Scotty Barnes.
From Scotty Barnes.
Yeah, maybe.
I thought it was the best offensive game I've ever seen for him. He never looked so in sync. Like, he looked amazing to me. He was attack. He was leading. Like,
but the reality is, like, there's a lot of Ingram talk and Pirtle and this and that. It's not like you're not paying this kid.
No, it's true.
Like, we can't live in a world where your franchise player isn't great offensively.
Yeah.
That's not what that means. Like, Scotty has this in him. But he's got to go to the tin, and they got to say to hell with it. And I gotta say, there were moments where Colin Murray-Boyles made a lot of people look good during some bad spots. His rebounding, his agility around the rim, he bailed out a lot of iffy plays.
You know what I wrote about him? He wins basketball plays. Like he just wins basketball.
He's a
players.
basketball player.
Like
Colin
he is,
Murray-Boyles.
but like
Yes.
those little things, like he stands out every time he's on the court, and the poise he shows for a rookie, like this guy, he's gonna be a major piece to this if they ever figure it out and do it. But you're right about Barnes. Like again, if you're saying franchise player, like then you build around him, but he's got to be that on offense sometimes too.
Sean in the Yukon, RJ brought the pofogivity. What did I call positivity again?
No,
Poficity?
yeah, something like
Proficity?
that. It was very weird. That it was so weird. I can't remember.
I forget what the references we made. All right, so let's go. Oh, hold on. Z-Blow in the chat. Awful quiet about the Sabres, Sydney? All right, no, we'll give the Sabres a bit of love.
Get loud like a lion,
guys.
later.
Guys, let me. I love you all. Let me explain to you how this works. I can't talk about 7 things at the same time.
We got 2 hours.
I guarantee you we will find time for all the things. But there is there's an order to it. I swear to you we'll get there. By now you know what we try and do here. We play the hits. You know what I mean by that, and we'll get to it. But we can't do it all at once.
If we didn't lead Raptors today, we would have taken crap for that.
We will get
come
there.
on.
We will get to the Sabres having their moment.
We'll even get to Santander. No, Kale. Of course we're
going
to
get to
Santander.
Santander. Yes.
Come on, man.
All right, Colin Murray-Boyles.
Pofagitivity is Sean.
That's what it was. Pofagitivity.
Yeah,
yes.
Thank you, Sean.
Phonetically spelling it for us. Our own reference.
Sean's my guy because I need
Thank
I need it
Thank
written
you.
out like that.
Thank you. All right, so Colin Murray-Boyles.
Wow.
In the history of the Raptors, no rookie has ever done that in a playoff game. Most points ever by a rookie in Toronto Raptors postseason history. A modest 22, but like Vince didn't do that. Well, Vince, I don't think Vince was in the playoffs as a rookie. It's never happened. And he's had thumb issues like the whole year. It's not like he's not battling through something. And he was phenomenal last night. Like, they don't win that game without him. He was the straw that stirred everything. Bad shot, rebound, agility around the bucket. He gets a score. Like, what freaked me out, and if he sharpens this up, that little 5-footer floater thing, look out, man. If Colin Murray-Boyles starts getting comfortable with that kind of Jokic stuff, woo!
It's true.
Thanks, Masai. In a non-sarcastic way. Thanks, Masai. What was Colin Murray-Boyles? 9th overall?
I believe so.
The 9th overall pick? My God.
But
the kid looked amazing last night. Amazing. He could run the floor. He's quick. He's agile. So good.
Like I said, I think he stands out. He stands out every time he's on the floor. You see his hustle.
Every time.
And there are nights where he puts it together, which by the end of the season, he was doing that more consistently. And if he does that, it's amazing. You're right, 9th overall.
9th overall for Colin Murray-Boyles. So, Joseph Cacharo of The Score asked a question last night. I like Giuseppe. He's a good Raptor reporter.
Very good.
And
you're right. There's a lot of good guys in that room.
But there was also some gong shows in that room.
Yeah, no, agreed.
And if you listen back to it, you'll know what I mean. But Cacharo of The Score asked CMB, like, considering this is a historic rookie performance in Raptors history, like, how do you get comfortable? Like, how do you feel this at ease with yourself in this kind of spot? Brandon Ingram just diarrheaed all over himself 3 games in a row. How do you, he didn't say that, I said that. Cash didn't say that, I said it. How do you, Colin Murray-Boyles, keep things on an even keel in a moment like this? Question first, then answer.
Say, regular season or playoffs, it's just basketball, but historically, young guys, rookies, don't have this seamless of a transition from the regular season to the playoffs. There's usually some growing pains that have to come. So what is it about your skill set or your game that, in your opinion, has made you pretty playoff proof and good?
Really just not being afraid of the moment. Some really good guys. We're playing against a really, really good team. Have one of my favorite players on that team. So just not being scared of who we're going up against, and really just taking it to them and try to be as aggressive as possible, because we need that from everybody to be as aggressive as possible, go through their chest, and really just do our best to kill their momentum and just make runs. So.
Who is that player? Sorry, you said they have one of your favorite players.
Harden. Yeah, I grew up watching him a lot.
Very cool.
Love that interaction.
That's true.
Pickleball in the chat. CMB also low maintenance.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not
And then
around
you
the
see other guys saying level-headed.
I mean,
sorry.
I'm not around the kid all the time. Low maintenance means a lot of things, but definitely feels low maintenance. I kind of agree with the sentiment. And he said something there that if you're Keith Pelly and you have the stuff on your plate that you have in terms of the other team in that building, CMB said something there where I'm like, I'd take CMB out for a lunch or a dinner, and I'd sit him down and I'm like, as a rookie, why aren't you scared? Because I have a hockey team full of scared people. Why is it you're not scared? And can we put it in a bottle and sell it to the hockey team? Because that's like, you can't tell me there aren't elements of sports people in the city that are terrified in every big moment. And I think the biggest issue there, which is why I think the Leafs, and we'll get to the Leafs here in a second, why I think the Leafs have so many issues going forward, is I think you are born with this. You either have it or you don't. You cannot teach, don't have any fear. Don't be scared. That's either who you are or who you ain't. And we can spend 3 hours in this studio talking to you on this show, on this podcast, about who is scared in Toronto and who isn't. I think it's a long list of scared. Long list. And I wouldn't be insulting anyone. You can see it. You can see it. I'm not saying Colin Murray-Boyles is going to lead them to a series victory here. We have to see. The Raptors have to hold serve here and get one in Cleveland, something I've never seen them do in my lifetime. With that said, this is who Colin Murray-Boyles is, and we're all here for it, man. Like I'm sure there's going to be ups and downs in this kid's career. Again, I don't like the F-bomb on draft night. I still don't like it. It just looked weird to me. I know everyone's making a bunch of excuses to that. I didn't like it. But past that, there's nothing I haven't liked from this kid. Nothing. Plays hurt, plays through pain. He's in there against like the reigning defensive player of the, well, not reigning, but last year's defensive player of the year in Evan Mobley. Jared Allen's not a chump either. Like, he's a little banged up. He doesn't look right, Jared Allen, but you know what I mean. Jakob Poeltl, the $20 million guy's on the bench. He's like, I can't go. Okay. All right. I'll take it. Like, I remember once upon a time, a point guard from Illinois, after his wife gave birth, came back to the Raptors during a postseason, and Fred VanVleet now has more money than he knows what to do with. Sometimes in the playoffs, these things just kind of happen with people. It clicks. It might be clicking with CMB. If only other people inside MLSC wouldn't play scared. What a concept that would be. Doug Gilmour didn't play scared. Wendell Clark didn't play scared. Ty Domi didn't play scared. I know that. It's a trait that's rare. It's rare. And when you see it in young, like Ingram's playing scared right now. I'm sorry. Pirtle's hurt. I think Ingram's playing scared. Thank God for CMB last night. Where does this go with CMB in this series?
Before we get to me, can we go to a couple of chats?
Please.
Andy wants to know, before he goes to Pelly and MLSE, can we sell that stuff to Hoffman first? It's pretty good. Pretty good. Dr. Maximili says CMB is a dog. He sure is. Definitely looks at it. Jeff in the chat says CMB is a power forward and he plays like Dennis Rodman on defense.
Boom.
Like, man, it's
Boom.
true. And then, yeah, Aaron says it's a big part of your DNA for sure if you're like that. And then you're right. Like I think that's what I loved about Scotty in terms of the franchise player thing. That was a game they needed him to do that at home.
Oh yeah,
down 0-2, and he stepped up to the challenge, and he didn't show fear. Did I hear he was cramping last night? Is that why he came out? Was he so on fire?
I pray for those who missed the end of the game. There was a moment where Barnes is pushing the ball up, but he's like limping.
Yeah,
I freaked out a little bit.
Yeah,
so I hope it's just the cramp.
Well, is that why maybe he came out earlier too, to that point of why he gets pulled in that moment?
Look,
I don't know.
Look,
was he so on fire? He was dehydrated?
No, I mean, listen, the look on Scott Barnes' face
Yeah.
when he was pulled in the third quarter told me he was ready to play.
Yeah, that's
He was not a happy camper when he got taken out. 9 minutes to go in the third, he was the only guy making a shot for the Raptors, and Darko pulled him.
I knew Battle was going to be hot.
Why?
Did you see that time when Battle saw him in the corner and just took the ball back and shot it? It was amazing.
It's the quick release with Battle I love. Like a pop. Like he's playing one of the an arcade basketball 3-point thing.
Yeah, exactly. The pop shop.
Woo!
Yeah.
Love it.
By the way, has anybody checked on Drake's ice sculpture? The Raptors melt that all last night or what?
Oh, snap. No, but the album's coming out May 15th,
yeah,
right?
They found it right away. It was near the top out of all things.
And Drake,
so
did you see the prize that Drake gave the guy who found it?
No.
$50,000.
Really?
Drake in the morning.
How much did he give to the city for wasting
in the morning when he poops? It's $50,000 that comes out, Drake.
Probably.
And he gives the guy $50,000. Jesus,
he places
Christ.
bigger bets than that.
Give me a break.
He places bigger bets than that.
$50,000. Oh, you found my album release date. Yeah. Here's $20. Give me a break.
The other thing too, the points you were saying, like I did want to talk. I think what else helped them was, like to your point, what's his name, Jared Allen. Being in some foul trouble, not being himself, him and Evan Mobley not being on the court at the same time, a lot in the second half, I think helped them a lot.
Oh, I think it frees up some lanes.
It frees up a lot.
Absolutely.
So if you can go at those guys and get them in some foul trouble or tired, I think that helps them a lot.
I mean, look, they are those two. If you say anything about them together on the court, they are defensively responsible.
Very.
They're smart players on their own side of midcourt.
It's a great way to put it. Yep.
And if you can free that up, it's a healthy thing.
Yeah. So it's not just shooting; it's attacking, which would open that up, and then you're draining your shots. Again, it's the NBA. You make your threes, most likely you're going to win.
I can't. I know I'm hammering away at Brandon Ingram because I should.
Because you should, exactly.
A guy of his experience to pick up a fourth foul in the first half is crazy,
insane.
Scotty Barnes was like, listen, if you are a star in this league once in a while, you're going to have to do that. I understand it. But
again, if that's the reason Darko didn't play him, cool.
Sorry. Well, I'm fine with it too.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Sit your ass down.
Yep.
And then he comes out and he's dribbling and the ball's like above his head. What the hell is he doing out there? What is Brandon Ingram doing out there? Jeez Louise.
Yeah, so to your point, I wonder what Darko does. Like, if he's not in foul trouble, does he play in that second half more and Battle doesn't get in? I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see. So let's go to the Jameson Battle thing. Because I know everyone in the chat's like I'm a Darko hater. I'm not a Darko hater unless you take out your hottest scorer for no reason. Then I'm a Darko hater. But Jameson Battle had 14 points last night. Before that game, in all of April, he had 13 total points. That was the role he had for the Raptors. The whole month of April, 13 points total. He got 14 last night. And 4 delicious threes that got the place to their feet. That's how you know it's a big three. When Scotiabank gets up. Toronto fans don't get up often for anything. They got up last night. They did. And this isn't the best clip I've ever heard, but like the Jameson Battle performance was just insane yesterday. He filled in perfectly in that 5 with Barnes, CMB, RJ, and Jamal Shed. He drifted out at the three-point line every chance he could. And it was desperately needed. It was desperately needed. So here is Jameson Battle last night after the game, having what could be the greatest moment of his professional life.
Thing is just being ready, staying ready. I think that's, like you said, what I've been doing all season, and that's kind of, I understand that's what it's going to take for me to stick in this league, and I think that's the biggest thing is just staying ready, putting in all the work, watching all the film, and just trusting in my ability and then trusting in my teammates to put me in the right positions, and I think that's what happened tonight, regardless of win, lose, or draw. Obviously, it's great getting the win, making the series 2-1, coming back home, the fans were great, and I think, it's it's good to get this win, but I think we're already ready for the next game and focus on what we got to do to even this series out.
Here's what blows my mind about that clip. He's not that excited.
Yeah.
I'm more excited than Jameson Battle.
It's true.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Another day for Jameson Battle. Another day. No big deal. Jameson, you just saved their ass. How are you feeling? We're just going to move on and get ready for Sunday. Hopefully the Gardner doesn't cause too much traffic. Like, he's moving on. Love it. Love the attitude from Jameson Battle. Good for him. Good for him. A guy who, based on what everyone at the podium said about Jameson Battle, puts up more shots than anyone at OVO's center in terms of the practice facility. Because they can chart all that now. There's pictures floating around social media of Jameson Battle at the top of every one of those lists in the gym. Like, you can see it. I don't know how I'd feel like if I'm the player at the bottom of that list, but I digress. Because when people make lists, I get triggered. I remember I was grade 11 science. I was not a good science guy in school, but I had a teacher in grade 11, the only teacher who ever did this ever in any subject. Every day would rank the grades on the front door. So anyone who walked past or walked in knew how much you sucked if you weren't good at grade 11 science, like me. I was in the relegation zone often. I was Leicester City on that list over the last 2 years, and I'm triggered by the lists. I'm not saying it's a big deal, but like, if I were at the bottom of that who's making all the shots list at OVO Center, I'd feel a certain way about it. The flip side is go work harder then put up more shots.
Well, the other funny thing I heard about Battle was, like, his other biggest game of the year was against Cleveland too. It was on Halloween, I believe, and I don't know if it started.
Raptors were 1-4 when they went into that game, I believe.
Yeah,
they needed that game. And so Battle this season against Cleveland from 3 is 10 for 10.
It's amazing. It's unbelievable.
He's
he had 20 points in that game, and I think that was the first game or early in that 9-game winning streak. But it was on Halloween. Yeah, I was just looking up. He had 20 points in that game on Halloween of last year.
It's wild.
It's crazy. He went 7 for 7.
Wild. Steeler in the chat writes, "I'm a Darko hater when BI and Yak are on the court."
Yeah. Well, aren't we all?
That does it for a lot of people.
Which one are we looking at here?
There's some offside stuff in the chat that I'm not going to read.
Yeah.
But in terms of final Raptor thoughts here, Azzo, as we move on.
I mean,
how are you feeling going into Sunday afternoon game 4?
I'm feeling a lot better than I did before, that's for sure. But to your point,
it can all evaporate like very quickly on the Raptors here. Let's be very clear-eyed about this.
And again, it depends on Darko, and he's kind of right where every game, especially in the playoffs, has its own life and it's a different aspect in each game. But like, they've progressively gotten better throughout the series, and they're back at home on Sunday, so I'm expecting them to do well. And again, I keep thinking in my head, we're going to see a BI game. We're going to see an Ingram game. He's going to take over and be a scoring beast. But now that's like starting to fade, because I thought he could at least win them one game in the series.
And they got their game. Yeah. Back to the story of me being ranked by my grade 11 science teacher on the front door every day before class. Cinerita in the chat writes, "Dude, you were Babcocked."
Very good.
That is a deep Toronto sports cut.
What was your favorite subject in school?
It was gym, English, and history.
Okay.
Know what?
3, but okay.
You know what? What did you ask?
That's what was your favorite one? I'm kidding.
See?
That's fine.
And math.
And math, really?
So ask me for my favorite subject, and I'll give you 3. That's why I wasn't great at math.
That's fair.
Let's just say algebra wasn't my favorite.
Right.
Someone
Does gym count though? Like, it wasn't everybody's favorite gym.
Does gym count?
It was everybody's favorite though. That's an easy throw in.
Does gym count? You think those volleyball nets set up themselves? Does gym count? Do you know the work that went into gym?
Yeah.
Get out of here. There's some phys ed teachers listening and watching this,
course.
ready to fight your nose right now.
No, I'm saying because it would be everybody's favorite. Shouldn't it be everybody's favorite class? Like, it's an easy cross off. Come on.
I am. One of my greatest academic moments is my OAC year history exam. I think I got.
Wow, you went to OAC.
OAC. I was in OAC.
Man, you're old.
My history exam, I believe I pulled like a 98%.
Come on.
because it was an essay. But they told you what the topic was ahead of time. So I'm like, okay, I'll just write it 2 days before. Like they tell you what they told
Write
you.
it where? Like on a, you cheating?
No, I'm just I write it at home.
Oh, okay.
I have a general sense of what I. It was something about.
So it wasn't like a question answer type. It
is
was just an
the
essay.
the question was for my OAC history essay. Is war an engine of change?
Oh, okay.
And I think my first line, if war is an engine of change, it's time to replace the engine. And then I went in there and I ripped on Marner and I did a lot of things. No, it wasn't that time. But like
So they gave you the question before the actual test.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But half the class was asleep. It's OAC, so half the class is asleep or not there.
Fair
so
enough.
they missed that day.
Oh.
I was there that day. Everyone else is getting like 2-for-1 pizza at the mall.
Yeah.
I was there that day.
Or you either do the prep and prepare, or you just try and freestyle it, right?
I just no, but like it's the way I figured it, I'm like it was the first time ever in my life someone gave me like the questions of an exam, not even the questions, like a question,
right?
But it was like they wanted an essay. They wanted like 2,000 words or something like that. I forget what it was. But I'm like, oh, I'll take this.
Yeah, of course.
I think it was actually a gift for the 8 of us who were in class that day, if I'm being honest.
Jack wants OAC. What's that? People don't even know what OAC is.
There was
That's how old it is.
guys in Ontario, there used to be something above grade 12.
In grade 13, pretty much.
Grade 13, which was basically half the normal classes you would get. And so they gave you the other half of the time to just go to the mall.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
It's true.
But I knew people, their OAC schedule was so stupid. It was literally their first class of the day was at 1 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And their last class was at 2:30. OAC was the bee's knees, man. If you finagled your schedule a certain way.
Of course.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a half year. Yeah, everybody chiming in on what it was. So we got a lot of people who knew. That's cool.
All right.
And the history thing with you makes sense because like you know your politics, you know your history. I could
see it's not. But it is hands down my finest academic moment.
Yeah.
Was my high school
98
OAC history. Oh, I killed it.
That is killing.
I killed it. I did the Ric Flair down the hallway in my charcoal pants and black sweater.
The only thing I've ever gotten that high on was my bartending license exam. I think I got 100
How close were you to getting your license?
For bartending?
Yeah.
Oh, I had it. I had
Oh,
it for
you
a
had
while.
it?
Yeah. I got 100 on that. It's the only test I've ever gotten 100 on.
Really? All right. I don't know why I'm buying the beer every time we go out. You're a Johnny expert.
That's it.
WM in the chat. Sid, do a history pod with Jeff Merrick. I can't hang with Merrick. I can't hang with Jeff. Jeff is a savant about many things.
Hockey or everything?
I can't hang with Jeff.
Actually, he put me on to one of the best history podcasts I've ever listened to.
What is it?
I can't remember what it was called now.
I hear the Napoleon podcast is unbelievable.
Oh, really?
Like there's where it goes through like, I think it goes through a calendar year of like his greatest stuff. Forgive me. Someone's yelling at this pod right now because I haven't heard it. I just hear the Napoleon podcasts that are out there are crazy.
I think the one Jeff put me onto was called like This Day in History, and every day it tells you something about that day in history. But it was like really cool.
That's a really like it seems like a tough pod to do, but also super easy from content.
Yeah,
like you kind of know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, the Raptors won last night. We drifted there. Raptors won Game 4 Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern. It's an early night for the Raptors. No one's going to the bars. Nothing's happening for that team. Show up, ready to go. Let James Harden go to an establishment the night before. You guys play it cool.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Yeah, James Harden has what? 3 nights in Toronto now? Let's go.
James Harden is going to gain 30 pounds over the next 2 nights. No question.
A lot of
about
lemon pepper wings.
Oh, there's some kind of wings going on. There's a lot of good stuff here.
There is.
So what is this? I got 98% of my math. This is a join in. I got 98% of my math final exam, and my teacher called me stupid. I found nothing was tougher to me ever, whether it was my dealings or hearing other people's dealings with them, than math teachers. Yeah. Math teachers are gifted at what they do and are demanding as hell because there's no gray.
Right.
You either screwed it up,
right,
or you didn't. Darko as a math teacher isn't like, well, they hit their shots. No, you either did it or you didn't do it.
No, it's true.
And that's not the world I live in. I
they feel
love
it's
gray.
right there in front of you and you should get it. And sometimes it's hard for people to compute and they just can't understand why you can't get it because it's right there. It makes sense.
Flippin' A in the chat. OAC brought to you by Sick Media. Very good.
I love somebody said this is why this show rules because like you're comparing smart serve to OAC. Like awesome.
Why not?
So,
Why
who
not?
was it?
When in Rome.
Jet, I think, in the chat said that.
All right. Any final Raptor thoughts?
No, man. Just come on. Let's go. Get the next one at home. We're right. It's not a series.
I'm kind of excited, man.
Yeah.
I know Cleveland has fraud potential. Big time fraud potential. Get them.
You said Scotiabank Arena's back. Jurassic Park back too?
Yeah, it looked like it was
It
back
looked
last
like
night.
it, right? Okay.
Yeah, let's be fair about it.
Yeah.
It looked like a good vibe last
I
night.
feel like we have to bring that up because we were
And not
ripping
just
on
because they won, but they were like it was full again.
Yeah.
It felt good. I that's a positive.
Right.
That's definitely a positive. Hey Azzo,
Hey,
great time of year.
because the Raptors are winning or why?
Because of everything. Puck drops, tip-offs, first pitches. When the game is on, you call the shots. Head to betway.ca and bet your way. Must be 19 plus. Play responsibly. We're going to dive into the Jays a little later on here, but I do want to bring up the fact that Max Scherzer is on the mound tonight. And when Max Scherzer is on the mound tonight, he usually gives up the home runs.
One weakness.
Usually gives up the home runs. And the Guardians have a guy in their lineup named Jose Ramirez. Now, Jose Ramirez is a future Hall of Famer, I think it's safe to say, and already has 6 home runs this year, which means Jose Ramirez is on pace to match his career high for home runs. He's on pace for 39 dingers this year. Wow. He's Jose Ramirez, and he hits dingers. You put Jose Ramirez in Rogers Center tonight. He's already hit a bunch this month. Max Scherzer, Mr. Look over the shoulder and a home run leaving, is on the mound tonight. I'm just saying.
Did I see he gives up about 2 per every 9
Yep.
innings he pitches? or
Yes, he
something?
does. Same as last year.
Yeah, exactly.
Except he's striking out way fewer people this year. So there's that. Anyway, Jays take on the Guardians tonight.
But Jose Ramirez didn't want to play here. Didn't they almost have a trade for him and he vetoed it?
I'm still the one thing that Shapiro and Atkins couldn't pull off that still stuns me is getting Jose Ramirez. Because they wanted it so bad.
And it was Cleveland.
So bad.
Yeah.
And it's the team they deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, those discussions were like, finally, someone, Antonetti, finally is like, guys, I need you, Savage.
Yeah.
And they're like, no. But I get that. If it was like, forgive me, who's the infielder they traded in the Barrios deal to Minnesota?
Oh, who was it?
Who was the kid? We just saw him roll through town. You know the one I'm talking about.
Oh,
Austin
Martin.
Martin.
Yeah.
If it was an Austin Martin in hindsight,
yeah.
Then I would thank you, A-Money, Austin Martin. Then I would puke in my mouth. But I have a feeling that Cleveland's front office had a much higher price tag for Jose Ramirez.
I thought they had something worked out and Jose kind of vetoed it. No? Wasn't that their story?
Do baseball players have vetoes like that?
I don't know.
Are they a Leaf signing where they have no trades left and
Maybe
right?
not.
I'm not sure. All right. So yesterday, we went down the road again about who the next, and according to Elliot Friedman this morning in his pod, it feels like the title is going to be like Director of Hockey Operations, similar to what Sonny Maeda got in Jersey. Something like that. You're not a president, you're not a GM, you are a director, which is all-encompassing. And if you don't want to hire a president, if you're Pelly and you don't want to hire a president, then you're good with that.
Right.
So yesterday we talked about James Murphy's column on the sickpodcast.com. According to his Boston sources, there are people inside Boston who think Evan Gold, the assistant GM of Boston, was the front runner. Nick Kyprios goes on air yesterday and says he's hearing John Chayka, former youngest GM in the league with the Arizona Coyotes, is now the front runner. Elliot Friedman today says Chayka's still in the mix. He's also hearing Scott White, a GM from the Dallas Stars, is a front runner. So we're hearing a lot of front runners. The other thing that's becoming consistent is like Mike Gillis is fading from the conversation with the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Did I hear 4 interviews or 4 talks with him? Like, what?
That's a lot of Mike Gillis.
Right?
Like after the third one, I'm like, Mike, I'm good. I understand
But you
what's
should
going on
know
here.
one way or another.
I understand.
Like, yeah.
I understand. Moses in the chat writes, no one really knows, guys. Correct, Moses. I agree. A Money writes, Mike Gillis was so last week.
That's very good.
Mike Gillis so last week. So that's I feel like there's now a cyclical pattern in the city of Toronto where Monday, bunch of rumors, middle of the week, not as many, Friday, Thursday, bunch of rumors. That's good for programming. I think that makes sense.
Well, can I add something to that?
Go
Because
ahead.
I heard Saravelli even yesterday was on the Fan. I believe it was a pregame. And that's what he was saying. And like they asked him a question. They play this game they usually play with him. And he was like, yeah, earlier in the week, I was really confident in saying he said Evan Gold and Ryan Martin. He's like, no, not so sure. And I'm not reporting this. He's like, but if I had to handicap it, my 2-horse race is between Scott White and John Chayka.
Wow.
So it's like, how is things changing this? And then he like, yeah, Mike Gillis at this point is not a candidate for a role with the Leafs, is what he said.
Thank God.
Yeah. But
Thank
again,
God.
how much?
Someone needs to tell me why it hasn't worked in 12 years. That's my only thing, guys. Someone has to explain to me. No one in the country has done it. Someone has to explain to me where the hell Mike Gillis has been. I've read articles where he's been in Australia and he's talked to rugby players and Aussie rules players, and he's been like, Mike Gillis has done this audit of world sports, anointed by himself to do the audit, to learn as much as he can. And I respect people that do that. I do.
Sean says they typed Mike Gillis into AI and it said LOL. No.
But like you did give him a lot of time.
Yeah.
Oh, Snackatoba in the chat. Gillis Island.
Very good.
I like that. I like that. Judd Haven in the chat. The media comes up with everything under the sun. It's true. But we're trying to kind of parse things here.
But we've heard certain insiders go around the horn on these
We've
things
heard
too.
a lot of these names a lot now. No, but to the point that he's making, I do agree with it.
Yeah.
There's no more new names coming in, I don't think.
Can I ask you something? Who was it? Wasn't it the Pistons with Joe Dumars when they were giving out information to different employees to see if they could find their leaks? Was it the Pistons?
I think more teams do that than you realize.
Yeah. Could that be what's going on here?
Yeah.
Because so many leaks are coming out about what's going on in that office?
Well, I told you 3 pieces of wrong information this week, and clearly you're the league.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Maybe.
Draxon in the chat. Sid needs to chill out on the negativity. I will not.
Ooh,
I will not.
You're not being that negative today, are you?
I've been paid to be that negative.
Yeah,
for the
fair
record.
enough.
Colin in the chat. Colin on Facebook. I'm hearing Mike Vrabel as a candidate. No. Let's not.
He's starting counseling on Saturday.
Let's not.
Day 3 of the draft, he's starting counseling.
Yeah, that'll fix it.
Weird.
That'll fix it. But it's the one thing, Azo, I want to dive in here with you is like whether it's Evan Gold or whether it's Scott White or whether it's any other, whether it was Sonny Maeda for a hot second, if you are a person in the National Hockey League who's never been in a GM position before and you have worked for this opportunity, I don't have a lot of grounds to bat you away. I do not. I do not have evidence to support the notion, horrible decision. I don't know. This person's never done this job before. I have no idea. Keith Pelley likes the person. Reportedly, you have to go to the final boss and have a dinner with Ed Rogers to make sure he likes you, which makes sense if he's paying the bill. And Tony Staffieri, makes sense. They're paying the bills. Kind of a big hire who's running the Leafs. Definitely. I would want in on that too by the end. I understand all of that, but I'm not going to sit here because I've heard some of the things you read about the Evan Golds of the world and Scott Whites and Sonny Maeda's. Like you know, 90% of you heard about them for the first time 3 weeks ago. With respect. 3 weeks ago. And now you're an expert on AGMs across the National Hockey League. Can you name your own AGMs? All 9 of them in Toronto? Can you name them? You can name a few. You have no idea. It's comical. So from that standpoint, I can't cast aspersions on anyone who gets this opportunity. I respect someone who's new to this and has convinced Keith Pelley, considering this is Pelley's sports executive career on the line. If you have convinced Keith Pelley you're the person, fair play. Good on you. That's a difficult thing to do. But then there's John Chayka. Okay. There's one name in this mix that would cause me to be negative. And it's not even Gillis. Gillis at least got to a cup final. He got there. I have a lot of questions, but Gillis got to a cup final. I want to talk about John Chayka, who, according to Kipper yesterday, is becoming more entrenched in this. Whatever that means. We'll find out. John Chayka, in May of 2016, stunned the hockey world when at the age of 26, he became a general manager. 26. He's from Jordan Station, Ontario. And at 26, he got in the mix with the Coyotes and got them to a playoff berth. Their first in a while. Analytically driven, young, progressive. They wanted that type of leader in Arizona, and they got one. John Chayka also was in a situation where, because he didn't follow scouting combine rules properly, cost his organization a first and a second round pick as a penalty. We're talking combine. We're talking low-level stuff here, okay? A first and a second. I got news for you. The Maple Leafs need no help burning firsts and seconds. They're pretty good at doing that on their own. They don't need to be pushed in that direction by anyone. Sloppy story from John Chayka. But that wasn't even the worst thing. He was suspended by the National Hockey League, not the Coyotes. John Chayka was suspended by the National Hockey League for the better part of a year because he was talking to other teams while under contract with his own. It got messy in Arizona. Messy with John Chayka. Now, based on everything I've read about ownership at the time in Arizona, I would want to get the hell out too. Sounded like it was kind of a mess in defense of John Chayka. But you are under contract. You're under contract. And I'm all for second chances. I thought Brad Treliving would have a good second run. I was wrong. Doesn't always work out that way. But if Keith Pelly is looking for an eternally grateful person that will do his bidding, this might be the person. Because Chayka was not getting any bites. Any bites. He resigned in 2020. And the one thing I don't want to have happen here with the Leafs, and quite frankly, the one thing Keith Pelly cannot afford under any circumstances is sloppiness from whoever this director of hockey ops is. That cannot happen. You're going to make trades that work. You're going to make trades that don't work. You're going to make trades people like, signings people like, and it's going to go the other way. That's every GM in sports has duds on their resume. Everyone. I got no problem with that. The stuff that came out of Arizona was abnormal for an executive. It was unique, and in an NHL world where ownership and presidents of hockey ops hate noise, that's all this guy had around him was noise. In a market where no one was paying attention, and he still got noise. That's a special kind of noise. So I don't know where the John Chayka thing is going. Based on Kipper and Friedge, it's moving in a certain direction that some people didn't expect. So we'll see. But of everything I've heard about the Toronto Maple Leafs search, this John Chayka attachment has been the one that makes the least sense to me. Seems like a wild card. Is that what Keith Pelly wants right now? I don't know. Nothing's been decided. No press release has gone out. We don't know. I do like how Keith Pelly has spoken to a ton of people. Like some people are irked by that. I think you have to. But But you got to do it quickly. Like the Canucks are going to screw this up. They're going to talk to way too many people, and then it's going to be August because the Canucks can barely read. At least Pelly's doing this quickly. And by May, he'll probably have his person. But if that person's John Chayka, guys, all the Scott Whites, and Evan Golds, and there's little resume at this level. There's a resume and a good resume. A lot of work goes into being an assistant GM, especially a high level one. I got a bit of a resume on Chayka, and it's not great. It's a lot of noise with Chayka. Is that what Pelly wants? Fill your boots, man. It's your team. But you're the one who told us, Mr. Pelly, this is the biggest moment of your career in MLSE. That was out of your mouth. And most people agree. Is this the roll of the dice you're going to make? To be continued. As when I say John Chayka to you, what's the first thing that runs through your head?
Oh, first off, I think you're looking at this all wrong. I want a guy who's going to do the Eddie Guerrero, the lie, cheat, steal, whatever it takes to win. Let's do it. I'm all in on this. No, but obviously it's thinking about the Arizona Coyotes. And for some reason, I always pair them with Dubas because I feel like they're bucketed in the same thing. Young GMs coming up, first guys to rely on analytics, this and that. What scares me is like all the ties to this org. Like when he was in Arizona, Shane Doan was his captain at one point, and and then after that,
Shane Doan will probably be gone. It sounds like.
Yeah, well, see, and that was the funny thing I heard Frank say on the Fan yesterday too, because he got asked about Shane Doan in Vancouver, and he said it wouldn't be for a GM job; it would be more for like the president of hockey ops, because the stuff Shane Doan does well is like the bigger picture stuff.
Sorry, don't they have a president?
Yeah, I know. That's what didn't make sense, and he referenced that Rutherford is that, but I don't know. So it seemed really weird. But could they be growing Shane for that? And OEL played for him in Arizona as well. True. He was his captain.
Yeah.
And there's obviously the Arizona connection with Austin. Like there's just too many connections. And then to your theory about rolling the dice, like are you rolling a dice more with a guy who's actually sat in that chair? Like I know the other guys are AGMs and learning, but they've never actually sat in the big boy chair.
It's a big chair.
It is. And there's some stuff that sometimes you don't think about, which is why Chayka got caught. Like, I feel like you're rolling a dice no matter what with these names. And if it is only one position you're hiring, because that's why we went down the thing about president of hockey ops and this, because you need that one hockey mind that's been there, done it, which is why Gillis' name kept coming up. Because we all knew it wouldn't be for a GM. It would be for something bigger. So I think one way or another, you're rolling the dice here anyway.
How many executives in the National Hockey League right now have been suspended for the better part of a year by the league? Like, I know Stan Bowman had to miss a lot of time for obvious reasons. We all know why. Was that a year? I felt like that was more than a year.
It was.
That was more than
a year. It was more than a year, definitely.
Now, the Chayka story isn't that story.
Right.
They're not the same. But the time frame's kind of the same.
Yeah.
Executives that get suspended by the league for a year are rare.
Yeah.
Rare. That's where you're going to lead? John in the chat writes, John Chayka, better than John Ferguson Jr. Potentially.
Are we sure?
But we'll find out. We'll find out.
Yeah, I just don't know, because with the experience, some of the ties, like to me, it's pointing this way too. I feel like that's where he would go.
Well, let's talk about the ties, because you're right. In Toronto, Shane Doan was one of the 18 people in the front office, and OEL's here, Austin Matthews, Arizona. I watched this team play like you. I listened to a lot of the audio this year like you. Do you think after some of those scrums from Austin Matthews, he went back to his condo and said, you know what, that was a rough day, but thank God Shane Doan's here?
No.
I don't think that happened.
Yeah.
I think some of these relationships, like I giggle when I read some of that, and I giggle when I hear some of that. They don't care the way you think they care, guys. I got news for you. I got news for you. They do not care like that. If it's a GM situation, if it's a president of hockey ops and GM situation, I think those relationships can be ironclad and they matter. I know a guy who I see once every 3 months, maybe, and that's going to keep me happy and content and fat and satisfied. Come on, man. Let's grow up here.
Yeah. I was going to say, when was the last time we
up.
heard Shane Doan before this soul search happened? I'm sure a lot of people forgot he was even with the organization.
Half of me did.
Yeah. Well, and can we also talk about the Fried report where maybe he seems to insinuate like maybe there's an undersell to the Matt Sundin thing? Could be a bit bigger than like an advisor role?
That's what Fried was reporting.
Yeah. So what do you think that means? Like that's
interesting. We're getting to the point in Toronto where what the titles actually are as interesting as who gets them.
100%.
Like, what are they thinking?
They're
like,
just
where are they going with this?
We're restructuring an entire front office.
Listen, the Leafs have sucked for the majority of my lifetime. I'm fine with a reorg. Yeah. I'm fine with it.
We got to do something.
And Leaf fans shouldn't be scared of that. Maybe what you've been doing for a while, not working.
Judd Haven in the chat, Professor of Hockey, new title.
and all the AGMs get ranked on the front door of his office every day or her office every day.
No, but you're bang on. That's what I was thinking listening to that. Like, are they just going to try and make up new titles, put a collection, like a board of hockey minds
I don't know, man.
together? Like, it seems weird because, again, we never really heard that they were going to hire a president of hockey ops.
So, like, it's the new board of peace for the Leafs. Board of hockey minds. Yes. Is that it? So I just wanted to get that off my chest because the only one I've heard of, Gillis has a good hockey resume. Someone needs to explain to me what happened after 2014, but he has a good hockey resume when he's been in it. But Chayka makes me nervous.
Yeah.
Chayka makes me really nervous. There's stuff with him, and there's no denying it. The league told him to go away for a calendar year.
Truth.
Due to some dirty pool. And I'm not saying he shouldn't have wanted out of Arizona. Arizona sucked for a long time as a hockey market, especially internally. Mm-hmm. I get that. This is Toronto, man. This is the city of Toronto with the Leafs. This is no joke. This isn't small time. This isn't a proving ground and for some experiment. We've done that with Dubas. It's also not a place where you don't talk to people and just hire the first guy you see like Treliving. There's got to be a middle ground there. There's got to be a middle ground. And I think Pelly, I know Pelly's taken some shots. I like the tenor of the search, though. I like what he's doing.
I think Pagnotta reported about 20 guys they've talked to.
Good.
Interviewed. Yeah.
Good.
No. Agreed on that.
Draxon in the chat. I take back the negativity remarks, Sid. I love you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
A lot of people want you to talk about the dentist. We did it. Got to go back. Download the pod.
Oh, I did off the front. I talked about the dentist.
People are like, have we talked about the dentist yet? Where's the dentist talk? Yeah,
do you want to hear a story about the dentist?
Okay, only because the chat wants it.
So I'm walking through. It's a well-staffed office. It's very nice. And I sat down and I took a crazy X-ray. It was like around my head.
Dude, the machines they have now is crazy. When I had to do it, it's insane.
And I got recognized. There was one of the hygienists recognized me. So I sat down, and the hygienist I was with goes, "I thought I recognized you." And then I'm like,
"What finally sealed it, though?"
Well, then I go, "Well, I've done TV a little bit." And she goes, "I used to watch you on CP24 all the time."
I was gonna ask, like, is it one of those? Because I've been there where the hygienist just keeps wanting to talk, and like you can't really talk, and she keeps asking questions. And
no, but I gotta move now. High pitch, low pitch,
That's it.
That's all I got.
But that's all you can say when they're asking you questions. Joshua has the real any cavities, Sid? You never mentioned that.
Not in my mouth. No.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It just sounded disgusting. No cavities. But I have a constant. I have a molar up top that's a bit longer than it should be, and I got one cavity that's just getting, or one filling that's just getting pounded on the bottom part of my mouth.
Happened to me. Then it fell out, and the tooth caved in. It was awful.
Well, the hygienist also suggested get a cap, and I'm like, how does that work? She's like, well, we make your tooth a little smaller. You can't really touch it for a week. You can't eat on that side of your mouth, which is a big no-go for me.
No kidding.
I'm a huge left side of the mouth eater. Huge left side of the mouth.
I don't know if I know. I'm just use your whole mouth to eat. No?
Huge left side.
Really?
And then she goes, for a week, just don't eat anything there. And then we mold the cap, and a week later, we put the cap in with some adhesive and cement or whatever she said. And so she suggested a cap. The first thing she suggested was, we can do a quick root canal. I'm like, no. We're not. Let's please. If you say anything to me and put root canal in front of it, I will not do it. If it's like, listen, I got $1 million for you. root canal. No, I'm not doing it.
Sounds awful. Dude, I give you 98 in your dentistry information. That's pretty good.
WM in the chat. Left side gang. Let's go. Put it up.
That's it. Throw it up. Throw it up.
Throw the L's in the air.
For you left side eaters. That's it.
Left side eaters. You know you're out there. What does that mean? There's got to be some psychological diagnosis of if you eat on your left side or your right side. Like
I've never even thought about that.
Thing.
I know when I have a tooth, dude, and you gave me I ended up with a toothache all last night after you mentioned the dentist. It was annoying. I went to a friend's to watch some of the
sports.
Did I
give you dental pains?
I think so. I think just thinking about you being in the chair for 2 hours, I was like sympathy pains, I think, right? That's what they're called?
Edward in the chat. She just wants Sid unconscious. Okay, hold on. Hold on.
Easy.
I don't want to have some scene from Kill Bill break out here. Gus in the chat. Wine on the right side. He eats on the left. Drinks the wine on the right side.
But wouldn't that just stain that side?
I'm not a wine guy. I don't know. I'm not.
We'll do some research.
I'm a beer guy.
You have an exam on Monday on this.
Okay.
Bring some information.
It's amazing how everyone has a tooth story.
Yeah, it's true.
It is crazy.
Somebody just said they got two teeth extractions like 2 weeks ago. Oh, that's not easy.
But it felt like this side of my mouth. It feels like my teeth have vertigo. Like it just feels weird constantly. So I have a tooth that's chipping away at my stuff, and I just have to get it repaired.
But saying Brandon Ingram dribble the ball with the other side of the hand. The other hand.
Yeah, try the other one. Try the other one. Showtime in the chat. How are you Portuguese and not like wine?
Who said you don't like wine?
It's not that I don't like wine. I get hammered quick off wine.
Of course.
Hammered.
That's what happens.
Hammered.
Well, you're not supposed to chug it, Sid.
I chug.
Have you ever done one of those wine tours? Man,
no.
This is a real freestyle Friday. We're going all over.
You know why? Because I get hammered.
That's what makes it fun, though. Do one of the bike ones.
Hammered's not fun the older you get.
No, it's true. It's true.
Lightly buzzed is fun the older you get.
Yeah. Day drinking on a patio. It's fun.
Sid's a Coors Light guy. I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Wow. That person, J-Ray, knows you, man.
You know, I've said this before. All right. So anything else on Chayka?
No. I mean, what else can you say?
Because Gillis just disappeared. This was a huge development over the last 48 hours. Interesting. Okay.
It is weird. That's why I was wondering about the floating ideas out there, telling people stuff, try and see where your leaks are. Because, I do think organizations do that. And with all the reports that have been coming out from behind the scenes since Pelly took over, I wonder if he's trying to fish some of those people out.
Flippin' A in the chat. Sid getting messed up at the Catalina wine mixer.
Such a great reference.
Prestige
Hey,
worldwide.
we just became best friends. Flippin' A.
Prestige worldwide. One of the funniest movies I've ever seen.
Awesome.
Step Brothers. One of the funniest.
You
know what's not funny right now to people in Ottawa?
Oof.
Their hockey team.
Oof.
At all. So let's start at the beginning. The Ottawa Senators, over a series of several years, throw money at all their kids. All of them. Can they win a playoff series? I don't know. Take the money. Okay. Now, maybe in Ottawa, if you're a smaller market, you have to do this kind of stuff. I understand that. I appreciate that. Not because Ottawa's not a great place, but it's a smaller hockey market. I think we're all aware of that. But the Sens just throw contracts at Stützle and Shabbat and Brady Tkachuk, and that Jake Sanderson's pretty damn good. But like in all markets, 8.2 mil, and it's like you throw money at people, and Allmark like has won a Vezina, so maybe it's not the same thing. But you know where I'm going with this. Young players being committed to very early. Now, at decent contracts in hindsight, the prices are fine. But you still don't know what this is. You don't know what this mix means. You don't know if it's the right mix. You don't know if you have enough dogs and cats. You know what I mean by that? You're not sure. So last year in the first round, the Sens go down 3-0, make it a series against the Leafs, can't beat the Leafs. This year, there was this feeling that Carolina had sucked despite the fact they were one of the best statistical teams in hockey. I think we all talked ourselves into Carolina's not that good. I think that's incorrect. Carolina could play a much more grittier game than I remember last year. I don't know where this came from. I didn't see it after the Nick Ehlers signing. I'll tell you that right now. But Carolina looked different to me, and I guarantee you they look different to the Sens. So It's over for the Sens. They're down 3-0 against Carolina. They lost last night 2-1. Tight hockey game. And the stuff to come out of the postgame was fascinating in Ottawa. Now, Brady Tkachuk is eternally in the spotlight in that market for obvious reasons. He's the captain. He's also pointless in -3 in 3 games in this series. Not great. In fact, I would make the argument that since he got his ass kicked by the old guy, Jordan Staal, he hasn't quite been the same in this series. Funny how that worked, isn't it? Funny how that worked. I'm going to fight to go viral until the old guy kicks your ass. He has not recovered. He does not look the same. And never mind, look, the sound to come out of Brady Tkachuk after the game last night sounds a little down. I'd be too down 3-0. But, like, it wasn't just disappointment I heard in Brady Tkachuk last night. Like, I heard, and some of you might be annoyed at this, I heard this isn't going well. That's what I heard. Now, the Sens power play goes 0 for 5. Brady Tkachuk on a 5-on-3 made one of the dumbest mistakes I've seen in a while at the blue line. Like a William Nylander-esque pass. Like, Tkachuk has not looked good. Quite frankly, he's one of the most overrated players in hockey. And it's showing. Your overrated is showing. After the game, Brady Tkachuk not happy. But, like, not happy to the point where the answers were really, really short. This is how it sounded.
Offer an assessment of your team's game here tonight.
Easy power play losses game.
How frustrating was that there?
Yeah, it's pretty frustrating, but we got to find a way. When things don't go your way, I mean, we've never quit all season. Just got to step up to the occasion.
How do you explain what happened on the 5-on-3?
Poor execution.
Was there any miscommunication? You were having a conversation with Drake just before things got going.
No, we're just making sure we're doing the right play off the face-off, and I think that was the only thing we executed that whole 5-on-3.
What's the message going into game 4, Brady?
Not out of it. The hardest one to win is the fourth one, so now it's we were in this position last year, so for us it's do or die.
I get it. It's not going well. The power play was embarrassing. Like, the power play was absolutely embarrassing by the Ottawa Senators. It's like Mark Savard was coaching them. That's what it's hockey. But, like, I can't shake this feeling that I won't be seeing Carolina in the Cup final this year either. It's not like that's a juggernaut. I don't have that feeling. I don't think Carolina are going to be there in the end, and you lost to a team last year that certainly wasn't there in the end. So I think we can come to the conclusion you're not that close. You're not ready for this yet. There's nothing wrong with that. There's a bunch of teams that aren't. But, like, if you're talking about organizations in and around the discussion of a Stanley Cup, come on. I think we all know where the Sens are. And again, it's just a lot of moments where you see Brady Tkachuk play hockey in big games, and it's where's the guy who some people think is one of the best players in the league? Like, I don't see it. I'm sorry, I don't see it. Now, it's not like Stützle's lining it up either. 9 career playoff games for Tim Stützle, 2 goals, -1. Like, Tkachuk's not the only guy here. And I know Jake Sanderson took a cheap shot last night. It was a cheap shot. And it should have been a major. And he left the game. And I know Shabbat's playing minutes when he probably shouldn't be out there. And I get it. I get all these things. I understand. But your best players aren't as good as other teams' best players. And that's a problem. And the Leafs have been dealing with that for a long time. Then Travis Green stepped up to the mic. And forgive me, Azza, what order did I give you these in?
The water one first.
The water one. Let's do the water one.
Yeah.
So Travis Green steps up and, like, again, in a mood. And I get it. But when Travis Green is in a mood, it's more entertaining than most. It's not Rick Bowness entertaining. It's just low-key seething entertaining. So, none of the highest paid forwards on the Sens. I mean, Batherson scored last night, but we're talking Stützle, we're talking Tkachuk. It's just no show after no show. Like, there's nothing happening there. Nothing. And congratulations, you're getting chances. Congratulations, you're getting chances. John Tavares, take it as a learning experience. Take it as a learning experience, but it's the playoffs. And Travis Green was asked, how would you sum up the play of some of your players like Brady Tkachuk and Tim Stützle? And this was the exchange.
That's how Stützle and Tkachuk have played to this point. No points through 3 games.
Yeah, average.
What needs to change in their game so they're above average?
Well, they need to play better. I mean, to be above average, but there's a lot of players in the series that are probably average. Both teams can make players look average. It's that kind of series. There's not a lot of space out there. You got to fight for space. You got to sprint through your shifts. And times you can't do too much either.
Average. And you know what? He's being kind. He's being kind. There are some high-profile people in Senator uniforms over the last 2 playoffs that have picked and chosen when they show up. And if you're a coach, I think you're entitled. If it's your job on the line, I think you're entitled to say something once in a while. I'm fine with it. And Travis Green is right. Now, how do you get not average? I'm not sure. Don in the chat, gotta love Travis Green. Don E in the chat, I like Travis Green. There's a lot of pro Travis Green talk in this chat. And this is a guy who could win Coach of the Year. Check that. He should win Coach of the Year. I think someone else will get it. But Travis Green, I think, has some cachet, and he knows it, and he's willing to throw it around, and be honest. I'm good with it. How that flies in the room, different story. But I think he's bang on. Now, in terms of what happens next, in terms of quitting, Travis Green spoke about whether his team will do that in Game 4.
Expect us to quit. We're not that type of team. We've been here before. We were same spot last year. Everything's going to be about the next game, resetting and forcing another game.
Kale in the chat, they didn't have it last night. Lazy line changes, no urgency. Azzo, Travis Green believes they're not going to quit. Do you think the Sens will quit in Game 4 coming up?
I hate the constant reference to last year when they were down the same to a team who usually can't close out a series and let them back into it last year. Like, you can't compare it. Like you said,
No.
like Carolina, right?
I don't think you can.
And to your point, locking up these young guys, sometimes they have it, sometimes they don't. Why are you going down 3 games in every series? Like, they have to, especially coming home. Like, that was what the Raptors could have laid an egg last night too. Like, you're coming home, show up. And to your right, like, where'd that confidence that Brady walked into the building with yesterday?
We have an update on Jake Sanderson.
Oh, okay. That was a big loss.
Travis Green has said he will not play tomorrow.
There you go.
Neither will Artem Zub.
So that's big.
Yeah, I would say Jake Sanderson not playing is pretty big.
So again, Brady has to find that confidence he walked into the building with yesterday.
Oh, Jesus, I forgot about
I
this.
know. I didn't want to interrupt.
Don't
you.
show it yet.
Okay.
Don't show it yet.
But to your point with the power play, what was it? 1 shot on that 5-on-3. 1 shot. Brady.
Did they only get 1 shot?
1 shot on that. Never mind that. Listen, in the 5 power plays, they had 4 shots.
What the hell is that about?
Like, yeah, the power play cost you the game.
What the hell is that about?
4 shots on 5 power plays and 1 shot on a 5-on-3 power play.
I can't stress enough. Like, I understand it's one moment. I understand he's a professional hockey player. There was a moment that 5-on-3 where Brady Tkachuk looked like he does not know how to pass.
100%. It was so weird.
Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Like, what do we, like, you can't, like, now, the other thing I've seen on social, which I would like to bring up, not necessarily my take with Brady Tkachuk, but this is out there, and I think it needs to be acknowledged.
Okay. I don't know where you're going.
He's already checked out on the organization.
Oh.
I don't know if I believe that.
He fought hard to get them into the playoffs, though. Like, he
did.
played hard at the end
But
of the
there was
game.
also a time after the Olympics, and Travis Green acknowledged this, where he did check out. He used the phrase check out to the overdrive guys. emotionally and physically. One of the wildest quotes of the entire NHL season was Travis Green going on TSN radio and saying there was a moment after the Olympics, our captain checked out emotionally and physically for a short period of time. He has it in him, Brady Tkachuk does, to do that.
Yeah.
Do you see that happening right now? I just see a guy who's not as good at hockey as we think he is.
Yeah. No.
Honestly,
it's
with
true.
all due respect.
And to your point, maybe it was after he lost the fight and now going down 0-3. Like, how do you get yourself amped up now? Again, this was a team. Again, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. Like, this is a team I said all year. As long as they got good goaltending, well, they were like that all year. As long as they got decent goaltending, they would win games.
No, it's true.
And Allmark hasn't been the problem at all. They just can't find the net. Like, even their scoring chances are just garbage. It's like the Leafs when Berube said they shot 60 shots and they really just registered 6 shots.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Zacharindia in the chat writes, he's going to Vegas.
It's true.
To further the Travis Green quotes on Jake Sanderson, Travis Green said Jake Sanderson, quote, is not doing well.
Oh, geez. Dude, he rushed back the first time.
And they've announced he has a concussion.
Oh, shoot.
Do you know how many teams normally announce a concussion in the playoffs? Yeah. No teams. So he's done.
Unless they think the season's over. Yeah.
Well, they think his season's over.
That's what I'm saying.
But they're also super annoyed at the league for not doing more to Taylor Hall. Right. That's part of the reasoning.
That's fair. That was a dirty shot. You were
They
right.
are very, very annoyed.
And then to go to your Carolina point, yeah, they're very swarmy. Like, they're swarming, and they play I don't remember them being this gritty.
Listen,
and I want to cheer for them. I love, especially Seth Jarvis, seeing him fly off the ice and do an interview with Sean McKenzie. I want to cheer for him, but I just can't. I just don't like Carolina.
Seth Jarvis.
Or Seth Jarvis, yeah. Oh, why?
The Leafs attached that first rounder with Patrick Marleau to get rid of him.
Oh, why'd you have to? I thought we were staying positive.
It turned into Seth Jarvis.
There's a
big difference. Listen to me. Good. I thank you for bringing this up. And this is a message to everyone listening to this.
Take this. I can't even.
There is a big difference between negativity and facts. Yeah. They are not mutually exclusive to each other. It is a fact that genius, Kyle Dubas, attached a first-round pick to Patrick Marleau so that Carolina would entertain the idea of taking on the contract of Patrick Marleau. And that first-round pick was Seth Jarvis.
I wish I would have never brought him up. Damn it. Oh,
I will never. Once a show, we should have a banner that just goes over that trade once. Every show, we go over that banner one more time. Remember the Patrick Marleau, Kyle Dubas deal with Carolina? Do you remember that? I remember that.
Yeah, what was it with attaching first-round picks to get rid of a guy? He did that with the goalie, too, didn't he?
True.
Oh, my God.
Sean in the Yukon, y'all can't handle the pofogativity.
Oh,
y'all can't handle it.
Jeez.
Spike in the chat, Dubas is getting swept. Yep. And I think that's prime time tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Is that a prime time game tomorrow night?
Where do I have
Because
that?
heaven forbid put a Canadian team in prime time on a Saturday.
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
Woo, you know what?
Game 4.
Just as good.
Yeah.
I will get my popcorn, feet up, heated blanket, ready to go. So Kyle Dubas marches out of that arena in Philadelphia and into that part of Philly where it's just arenas and stadiums.
Oh.
And good luck getting an Uber in that part of town. Go ahead, Kyle. Walk out of there.
Throw a water bottle again?
Unbelievable.
Can I say one more thing about since we're on the Penguins that I forgot to mention in the Leafs GM part? The other thing I found interesting was Friedge saying Spezza's telling teams he's not ready yet. Did you hear that?
Yeah, that was fascinating.
That's pretty interesting too, huh?
Sounds like a smart guy.
Yeah, very. And doesn't want to jump the gun.
Because you know who wasn't ready for his first job? John Jacob.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I meant to bring that up.
People who are self-aware
it means the world.
They're dangerous professionally.
I agree. Anyways, I found that fascinating too.
Jay Rids in the chat. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Sick media constants. The Marleau trade and Anthony Santander updates. Yep. We have an update on Santander coming up in a second.
Now people are just throwing in trades where we gave stuff away.
Ray Bay in the chat. Azo, we gave away Mrazek and the 25th overall pick to the Blackhawks in 2022.
Oh my God.
Sorry, was that McCabe? Was that Jake McCabe? Maybe. Or was that just to get rid of the Mrazek?
That was just to get rid of the Mrazek.
I lost track of the Blackhawks.
Pretty sure.
Okay.
Wasn't there one with Murray too or somebody else? Anyway, whatever.
There was a lot going on with the Chicago Blackhawks. Okay, so the Buffalo Sabres.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, no, go ahead. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Okay, don't show this yet.
Yeah.
So, like, I have my thoughts on Brady Tkachuk. I know a lot of you have your thoughts on Brady Tkachuk. Some people are fans. Other people are like, he's a fraud. I had missed this off the front of the broadcast.
I didn't see this.
But had I had seen it, I could have guaranteed you Tkachuk was laying an egg last night. This is the shot that Sportsnet found of Brady Tkachuk walking into the building like the excellence of execution, Brett the Hitman Hart. Show the pic. These are the shades. Let me explain to the listening audience what I'm looking at. Brady Tkachuk in a suit holding 5 protein shakes and an espresso or whatever that is. He is wearing the Bret Hart glasses, okay? Walking in, he looks like he's 9 years old.
Brett used to put him.
He looks like Bret Hart just put the glasses on him in the front row.
Commercial?
Yes. What are you doing with these glasses? I'm supposed to take you seriously as a captain of a Canadian franchise with that? True. You think John Tavares would ever walked in wearing these shades?
I am a real American.
That's not Bret Hart. What are you talking about?
New Hulk Hogan doc on Netflix, by the way.
It looks crazy.
Yeah. Anyway. But that's what I thought when I saw it. I thought wrestling entrance too.
I could have guaranteed you, I would have put my mortgage on the Canes last night if I'd have seen this. My mortgage if I would have seen this. Brady Tkachuk, the unexcellence of execution last night, especially on a 5-on-3. Give me.
Or the excellence of non-execution on the power play.
Excellence of non-execution.
On the power play, especially. You hit this in the right light and everything. Like, it's perfect.
I found the right frame.
Yeah, you did.
PT in the chat. Keith Pelly should wear those Bret Hart sunglasses to the next presser. I like the idea.
I like it too.
I like the idea.
That's great.
Ray Bay. Oh, yeah, that was brutal. Yeah. Okay, so the Sens they're trying. They're trying. Mm-hmm. It's not going well. The Sabres. Does anyone want to win the Sabres Bruins series?
Huh.
Sabres won last night. Alex Lyon goes in for your guy Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. I know his name.
There you go.
I can work for.
I
ESPN.
practiced all last night. This morning I forgot.
Yes, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen.
Lyon.
He sat Alex Lyon.
Do you think that was a panic move?
Yes.
Yeah,
and it worked.
Right.
There was a stretch where Alex Lyon saved Buffalo's season this year.
Yes.
And then he got hurt, which is what he always does. But he was the hottest goalie in the league. It's not even close. So there's some Sabre fans who want us to acknowledge them.
Well, put up the 1 again because it's 1 win. After a panic.
But now they got home ice back.
Yeah.
Big win for the Sabres last night. Honestly, just Rick Jenneret's wife should be the only person banging the drum. Don't bring back Josh Allen. Don't do that. I think having Rick Jenneret's wife there is unbelievable.
It's amazing.
It's an amazing.
It's very
scene.
cool.
Keep if she feels like it, please keep asking her, ma'am. Could you do it, please, for the franchise that your husband loved so much and that loves your husband and your family? Do it.
Agreed.
No more other people coming through. No more. No, none of that. So, Alex Tuck looked pretty good.
Yeah, future Leaf, which is everything, which is what I think every time he scores or does something. But isn't he from Western New York? Why would he leave Buffalo? Unless they just can't pay him. But anyway.
Well, money.
Yeah, just to pay
Why
him.
would he leave Buffalo?
No,
money.
But I asked you if it was a panic move because obviously people inside Buffalo thought it was over unless they did something drastic too. Like they had to do something drastic to try and snap the team back into
If I'm Lindy Ruff, you cannot allow your goalie to be as absent-minded as he was in Game 2. Can't do it. Especially when you know Alex Lyon can go on a run and be hotter than anyone in the league if he gets on one of those runs. I'll roll the dice with Alex Lyon. No question about it. It's the new Dan Vladar.
It was to your point on it's almost the same as the Habs where you're saying you start Dobish and then if something happens, you got Fowler who
100%.
could go into it and do it. Right?
Okay, so the schedule tonight is amazing.
JRDD says, yes, Buffalo absolutely deserves that Roman Reigns moment to acknowledge me.
Okay, well, okay.
He just gave it to you.
How about this? Keep home ice.
Yeah.
You have home ice again. Keep it now. Maybe it'll help your franchise out. Habs and Tampa Bay, 7 o'clock tonight. Oilers and Ducks, 10 o'clock. And somewhere in between there is Vegas and the Mammoth. I'm going to say this about Edmonton. Because Connor McDavid, another good sign is he spoke again yesterday to the media. If he was that hurt, he wouldn't be out there.
Yep.
Just so we're clear. Like Scotty Barnes speaking after the game last night, I'm not concerned about how he looked on the cramp. I'm not concerned. When they let athletes speak after a game with an injury, it means they're generally okay. 9 times out of 10, they're generally okay. So Connor McDavid was out there yesterday again, I believe, and he was talking about, hey, we've been 1-1 a lot in the playoffs early. Like the Oilers rarely hold serve at home in a playoff series.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing. Quite frankly, it hasn't served them well in the back end of those postseasons because they've looked tired. They should have wrapped those up way earlier.
It's true.
But like McDavid was acting like, yeah, it's normal. Dude, let me tell you something. Joel Quenneville knows what he's doing. Joel Quenneville knows what he's doing. It's not Rick Tocchet. It's not whoever was running the Kings. It's not that. If the Oilers don't win this game tonight and get home ice back, if you give Joel Quenneville a 2-1 series lead here, dude, I have a weird feeling about Edmonton, especially if that Civ Evan Bouchard is still out there doing what he does. I'm worried about that. So I'm with laser focus. There's a lot on tonight. Jays are on tonight. Jays Guardians open up. That Edmonton game to me.
Yeah, I'm with you.
That's a big one.
And I hate it. I do.
That's
again,
a big one.
I'm with you on that. Just because you've done it in the past doesn't mean it's the way to do it. Like Ottawa again. Yeah, we were down like this last year. Yeah, but you shouldn't go down 0-3.
You
shouldn't waste these games. You could do it better.
Very laissez-faire too.
Yeah.
Like we've done.
This is what we do.
Oh, here we go. Update. No Radko Gudas for the Ducks tonight, according to Joel Quenneville.
Didn't he not play last game too? Or I don't know if he says he played in the series.
Did he miss the last game?
I think he missed the last game as well.
Okay, well he's missing tonight.
And then talk about the first game in Utah tonight, playoff game.
Can I be selfish with you right now?
Yeah.
I just want Marner to eat it in that series. So
I'm
sorry. I know it's petty. I know it's unbecoming. It would just be a rare positive for Leafs Nation to watch that yappy Chihuahua go down there and get bounced in the first round with all the pressure in the world alleviated from his shoulders.
Yeah.
I would laugh out loud. I may do it between noon and 2 Eastern with you. Like there's a part of me I want to see it.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
I think a lot of people
I'm sorry. I want to see it.
And then can we just Kirby Dach having to delete all his socials because of the last, like it's one loss. Like are fans really getting on that?
Sorry. Kirby Dach had to delete his socials for the
apparently.
Montreal Canadiens because he committed an icing.
Yeah, I don't know. He said he was taking a lot of things. I saw this story, and I know the Spin Chicklets guys were talking about.
That is the wildest. I had to delete my social media account story I've ever heard because of the icing. Whew.
They're talking about him. Yeah, he had to delete it. He said he deleted his socials after that loss.
A Money in the chat says, "Come on, Sid, you're better than that." I'm not.
Yeah. Following game number 2, Kirby Dach has deactivated all his social media accounts.
Really? Yeah. That's unfortunate.
Truly.
Come on, man.
For the record, I think players should all shut it off especially during the playoffs.
Well, they shouldn't look at it at all.
Yeah.
They should. How about this? You don't have to shut it down. Log out.
Yes. There you go.
Here's something you can do in social media where you don't have to shut everything down, but give yourself a break.
Yes.
Log out.
Agreed.
It's actually very easy to do.
Yeah, I thought that's unfortunate. And come on, Montreal, you got the future ahead of you. Why are you getting gun and get on this guy? Like, is it their own fans doing this? That's what I don't understand.
That's the weird thing. Joshua in the chat, game winner for Kirby Dach tonight if he's playing.
Let's go. I'm in for that.
If he's playing.
Yeah, true.
St. Louis might.
True.
St. Louis might to give him the old yank. And Brendan Gallagher's sitting right there. Like, go in. Figure it out.
True.
All right. We haven't mentioned the Jays too much, have we?
No. And we need to.
Jays Guardians, they begin a series at Rogers Center tonight. Gavin Williams, Max Scherzer is the pitching matchup this evening. Then tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern, Joey Cantillo and Kevin Gausman. And your boy, Slade Ciccone, it is Ciccone, and Dylan Cease will battle on Sunday afternoon. It's milestone night, apparently, at Rogers Center. Azzo, who's hitting the milestone tonight?
It's our boy, first baseman, leader of this team, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., playing his 1,000th regular season game for the Blue Jays.
It's 1,000 games.
Yeah, it's pretty good, huh?
That's very nice.
He was at the Raptors last night.
Yeah.
Right? He's got the good vibes going. Maybe first home run at home tonight. What do you think?
It would be a nice night to have your first home run at home.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
I think so.
I'm I'm going with it.
Earlier, I said I like Jose Ramirez maybe to hit a home run tonight. Vladdy had a home run tonight actually makes a lot of sense.
Pair them together.
Pair them together if you want to have some fun. Pair them together. Sean in the Yukon comes in. It is a milestone night potentially at Rogers Center. Max Scherzer 1 strikeout away from 3,500.
Really?
How about that?
He's supposed to hit a lot of milestones this year. That would be the first one. That's awesome.
And I have a feeling his contract is milestone loaded. Yeah, I think there's a lot of milestone
True.
clauses in there because that means he has to get his ass out there.
I just hope he doesn't chase it, and that's what gives up the home run.
Yeah, is there a milestone for a 7.16 ERA for Max Scherzer tonight?
Oh, damn.
So the other thing with the Jays, obviously, who are 10-14, and right now Cleveland is a solid 2 games above 500. Cleveland's Cleveland.
Cleveland's
They're going to Cleveland
in that division.
Yep. So I'm under the impression, most baseball observers and fans in the city are under the impression the Jays have had their Jeff Hoffman discussion on the off day. So what normally happens here around batting practice, 3 o'clock, 3:30-ish, something like that, is John Schneider will talk to the assembled media. And this is always the spot to begin a series where you get the most news. Whether you're looking for news on Barrios, Savage, maybe a Shane Bieber update, whoever, maybe Addison Barger, a little George Springer injury update. To start the series is when you get the news. So you're going to hear some stuff today from Blue Jay writers, for sure. And the one thing that's going to be asked is, what's up with Jeff Hoffman? Now, here's what I think John Schneider's going to say. Listen, I know people don't want to hear this, but I believe in Jeff Hoffman. I really do. But it's also a situation where Jeff realizes, it's about winning too, and it depends on the situation. Maybe Louis goes in this situation. Maybe Jeff goes in that situation. Maybe Tyler Rogers. Well, he stays in the 8th. We're not moving Tyler Rogers. But it depends on the situation. Going forward, we'll take it by a game-by-game basis, but I have all the faith in the world in Jeff Hoffman. Scene. How closely do you think what I just said is what Schneider's going to say around 3 o'clock Eastern at Rogers Center?
I was trying to find it. Didn't we hear from him that he said he had to talk to Jeff, or there was a conversation
he
had?
He said there were going to be conversations internally.
Right.
With the coaches, and I'm assuming Ross Atkins, and he had to talk to Jeff. He said he had lots of conversations to have. Is what he said.
Right. So I wonder if they had those conversations and what it means and where it leaves them. That'll be the finding out. And hey, as we're signing off here, I believe Blair and Barker starting. He usually joins them on that show.
Well, hold the phone. I can tell you, John Schneider spoke to MLB Network Radio.
Oh, really?
Today.
Okay.
George Springer update.
Nice.
Maybe just even a day or two away.
Wow.
So it feels like Springer is close.
Cool.
Forgive me as I skim the rest of this. That's the only clip they posted on MLB Network Radio. My apologies.
Mm-hmm.
But so we have a Springer update already. Not sure what's going to happen with Hoffman. Again, Hoffman will be brought up pregame. He will be brought up pregame. Of course he will. And I think he's going to be non-committal about him in the closer role, but give himself the outs and say, we'll go game by game and see the situation.
And I'll try and put him in situations where he can succeed. And right? We've heard that before.
And he's still an important part of this team going forward. That's what I think is about to happen. Because I think that's the safest. Because at the end of the day, listen, despite all of my frustrations with how Jeff Hoffman is spoken about publicly by John Schneider, you don't want to completely ruin a guy in the media. Now, you have no trouble doing that with Eric Lauer.
Or Heineman. He did it again to Heineman the other day.
What did he say the other day?
There was another bunt play, which was a really hard play. And it was like Heineman was the only one who could get that. And he kind of referenced we need to make plays like that or something. I can't remember what it was. I was going to pull it again.
Really?
Yeah. And it was a really tough play for Heineman. Like he was the only one who could get to it, but he kind of did it again. I noticed a little bit with Heineman on that bunt play. Which game was it? One of the games in this last series against the Angels. Yeah. It was weird, but he made a comment about a post like we really have to make, but it was a really tough play. Like that one I wouldn't have given Heineman crap for.
But if he liked Heineman, he'd say that's a really tough play. Yeah. Well, like I'm on to John.
No, but I think he brought it up, like not even asked, like plays like that we have to make or something. Somebody had asked him a question. I'll go back and listen. I'll have a friend.
Yeah, he hasn't been kind to Tyler Heineman.
I just because you mentioned it again, and then when I went home, I was like, oh yeah, he said that again about him.
Listen for it. You can hear it.
Yeah, no. Once you notice it, it's true.
That guy does not have a good poker face if he's not you're one of your guys. Final Jay's thought in the chat goes to Andrew. Want to know a good way to avoid the closer? Win 10 in a row by 5 runs. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
True.
That's the kind of run you need.
Yeah. Don't always be the team that has to come back or 1-run leads. Yeah. Give your bullpen some nights
How about
off.
you win and score some runs?
Yeah.
Try that.
Especially coming home, right? Let's go.
Yes. Every crowd's full, man. Everyone's just having Coronas on
maybe
right
not
field.
this week with the Gardner close, but whatever. I was
Oh
going to say,
my
you've
God.
roared.
Sorry, I forgot the Jays are in town.
Dude.
That Sunday is going to be a disaster.
They've been.
Oh, my God.
We should warn TFC. Oh, no, never mind. Because they play tomorrow too, don't they? Like, there's every Toronto team is playing at home this weekend, and they decide to close the Gardner for the entire weekend.
If TFC plays, does it make any noise?
Yeah. Like, I don't get why they didn't do this loud or reschedule it. Like, you got a Raptors playoff game. Jays back in town for the first time after a couple weeks. Like,
yes, anyone coming downtown Toronto on Sunday afternoon, beware. Listen, Saturday afternoon, you're going to the Jays game 3 o'clock on Saturday or the TFC tomorrow. Beware. Beware.
Hey, it got me out of moving on Sunday night, though.
Oh, you're not moving?
Oh, they canceled it because I told you they had to work. They're working downtown, and because of the traffic, they're like, "Yeah, let's just do it another day."
I have to pick up some things from a buddy's place. Can we go at 1 a.m. this morning? Can you meet me there?
But I didn't. You didn't hear me. Like, it's just moving some stuff into storage. They're not fully moving.
It's
like,
a
it's not
move.
a fully move.
Hold on. Are you lifting heavy things or not?
Yeah,
it's a move.
Okay.
I don't care. Just because it's not bedroom equipment or a bedroom.
So
set.
I'll definitely be in Monday and with no K-tape on me.
One day we should do a show with K-tape.
Somebody in
just
the chat,
out of our neck.
Can Brandon Ingram put K-tape on his hand to help him bounce the ball? I missed it. I meant to save it, but it actually made me laugh out loud. Yeah. Anyway.
Moses in the chat. Azzo's moving into Sid's garage. That's not what's happening. That's not what's happening.
I think we see each other enough.
Yes. All right. Last thoughts, Azzo. You good?
Anything NBA NFL draft? You got a couple minutes?
Give me a couple minutes. Give me the takes. Go ahead.
I thought it was pretty crazy. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen this before. Like, 7 teams picked multiple times in the first round and 8 teams didn't have a selection at all. I don't know if that's an indication of how good next year's draft is and people trying to get in next year's draft instead of this one.
Yeah, potentially.
Yeah, Chiefs moving up, which I've never seen. I mean, my Cardinals taking Love, Jeremiah Love.
That didn't sleep. I'm not a draft
expert. A little bit
this
too
year.
high, but
seemed like a reach.
Yeah, it
seemed like a reach.
I mean, last I think running back to go that high was Saquon, so he is a very talented player, like without a doubt.
Okay.
Ahim Mesidor,
the
Canadian kid from Ottawa, taken 22nd over from the Chargers.
Yeah,
goes to play with Harbaugh. Only the 5th Canadian, I believe, taken in the first round, and the first defensive Canadian player taken.
There's
in the
never been a
first round.
Canadian defender taken in the first round of the
I
NFL
couldn't believe
draft.
that.
Wow, that's weird.
I read that, which is crazy.
So who did?
And it was cool. He did what you did. He stayed in Ottawa with all his family and friends.
You have to.
It was really cool. It was really cool. Really good to see that.
What happened with Ty Simpson and the Rams and Sean McVay?
Yes.
What am I missing with that? Sean McVay, just so everyone, like, obviously Matthew Stafford's their guy, but Matthew Stafford, his back could yak a Purtle at any moment. Like, it could go on him at any moment.
Who is their backup?
So I think it was Garoppolo, but then he retired, I thought.
Right.
So the Rams drafted Ty Simpson from Alabama, and Sean McVay did not look happy at all, the head coach of that pick.
So
at all.
Yeah. There were rumors that they were thinking about doing this as obviously a contingency plan to Stafford and the kid could learn under him for a year. But they had, was it the 13th overall pick, lucky number 13? And Ty Simpson was maybe projected to go in the first round, like late first round into the second, but like some people didn't have him in the first round at all.
Right.
And they took him with the 13th pick. Like, this is almost as surprising as Penix or whatever. And then, when you see some interviews, we looked at the press conference with him at the table with the GM and did not have a good look on his face. I saw him do some interviews this morning. I know one with Kay Adams where she asked, like, what do you like most about him? And he's like, well, I haven't really had my chance to do my homework on him. And it's like, what? Like, there's some weird things coming out there. So I think maybe he could, maybe he wasn't happy with this pick, or he thought they could have used it a different way or traded down. Listen, to me, they're one of the favorites to win the Super Bowl last year. They did some good stuff in the offseason. They solidified their defense. They have everything they need on offense, I think. So we'll see.
Next year, when Sean McVay becomes Vikings head coach, remember this moment. Remember this pick and remember his reaction to it.
Maybe.
Like, coaches of his pedigree feel like they're GMs. They're not. They're not.
He's been there for a while.
He's been there a long time.
Maybe it's time for a change.
He's lost a lot of playoff games he should have won.
He rides it out one more year with Stafford and then walks with him. Why not?
Oh, yeah.
I could see
remember
that.
Remember when Sean McVay leaves the Rams, remember those visuals last night. For those who haven't seen them, give it like 3 minutes. Look at the face His jaw's on the floor. He's so grumpy. Sean McVay.
It's true.
This kid, Ty Simpson's crying on the phone with him. He doesn't care at all.
Coach, let's make history this
At
year,
all.
is what he yelled at him or something. Sean McVay's like, yeah, okay. I'll talk to you later. See ya.
Final comment of the day goes to Moses in the chat, who writes, Sid, I'm looking for a place, and since your sidekick is not allowed to move into your garage... Sorry, I lost it. Since your sidekick's not allowed to move into your garage, maybe I can. I am Portuguese, and I drink wine.
Oh,
okay.
wow.
We'll talk.
That's 50% because you're not really into wine that much. Are you
There-
going to be
that's
drunk
true.
all the time with the wine?
You keep the wine. That's
Yeah.
fine. The rent might be higher. the rent might be higher. All right, Azzo, good stuff.
Yeah, that's fun, man.
Our apologies. We wanted to get to Anthony Santander, but we ran out of time. On behalf of Jeff Azzopardi and everyone here at Sick Media, I'm Sid. You've been watching and listening to the Sid Seixeiro Show, powered by Sick Media. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. Let's see what Monday brings. Take care. We'll talk soon. Go Raptors.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sid Seixeiro Show on YouTube, X, Instagram, Facebook, and wherever you get your podcasts.